Welcome, Angry Faithful, to Nerd Sports, episode 260. That's right. Johnny was going to be here, but he had the work thing. I don't know how he deals with that. But anyways, Chris is here. I guess him and Chris are going to trade off now for yeah.
We're sharing custody with you.
Yeah, pretty much. But getting to the weird sport of the week. Johnny sent this to me, and I had to find the actual footage of it. He sent it to me, and he was like, "Oh, dude, this is a weird sport. I'm helping out." I was like, "Okay, cool. What's the name of it? I don't know, but you can figure it out." Okay, I figured it out. So, and what this is? It's called Ice Stock Sport. And it shows in the title. But all it really looks like, what do you call it?
It's shuffleboard, but on a larger scale.
What's that Olympic sport on the ice?
Curling, but this is more like shuffleboard.
Really?
Yeah. Because shuffleboard, you have at the end, you just shoot the thing down and go. Curling, you have to actually stones are a lot bigger. You have to actually go and sweep in front of it and all that other. This is just shuffleboard. We could totally do that.
Yeah. All right.
Any quote unquote sport that you can do while drunk, I really don't feel like you should be able to call it a sport. Like cornhole. Cornhole is not a sport.
And yeah, you don't even have to have arms or legs for that sport.
Exactly.
Anyways, we actually do have a little bit of baseball news. The first one I actually love, and this is do you remember Ricky Monday?
No.
Okay. Ricky Monday in 1976, while he was Cubs outfielder, he was a veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps Reserves. What had happened is two people got onto the field and were trying to light up an American flag, and Ricky Monday ran in and caught it. Made sure it didn't get inflamed.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it's been 50 years. It was the 50th anniversary. Monday still had the flag, and he finally sent it for the 250th birthday. He sent it to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Damn, it's been that long.
Yeah, 1976. So that was kind of heartfelt moment, and they were protesting the war in Vietnam, which, I mean, nowadays they just try to assassinate the president. So
yeah.
But in other news, Trevor Bauer is on a winning streak with the Long Island Ducks. He did 3 shutouts so far. What? This is the thing on this one. Let me look at real quick. I'm trying to see if he is still not allowed to play baseball. Major League Baseball.
I'm not sure.
That's what I'm looking up right now. Hasn't played since 2021. Record suspended violations, the lead domestic violence policy after pitching in Japan and Mexico. He joined Ducks in 2026. It doesn't say anything that he's not allowed to join. But
Yeah, but if the team's been then
yeah,
gotta
I
shit
mean,
him.
but he's a heavyweight. He's really good, and no one's picking him up. That's just sad because all the evidence that showed that he had done anything wrong been squashed. This is the problem with going out and someone lying so they can get a paycheck.
That's why false accusers should have the same charges put against them. There should be the same punishment that they would have the if it had been true. Like there need to be much stiffer penalties for false accusers because a lot of times they'll do it and it's proven that they're false and nothing happens to them, and that's an issue.
Yeah, I forgot to set. We're gonna get a lot of comments and a lot of people watching because I forgot to switch it to sports instead of politics. My bad. So if we get a lot of hate in the comments,
Should be fun.
Yeah. So far we're not getting that bad. So hey, how's it going, everybody? What was it? Oh, here's the video.
Thank you.
I did get the video of
Two of them. All right. I'm not sure what he's doing out there. It looks
like what is that going to accomplish too? I don't understand what that's supposed to. It just does not make sense to me. I don't get that mentality.
Well, it's the same thing.
This is performative bullshit. It doesn't change anybody's mind.
Yeah. What it is, it makes them feel better. The people that are trying to light the flag on fire because they feel that they're. It's the same thing with people throwing paint on art to protest. Like
it drives people away from your cause, though.
Yeah,
it is not helping you at all. It drives people away.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You're hurting your own cause by doing that.
Yeah, you're absolutely.
That's why I'm saying it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like this weekend. We're going to talk about it on Wednesday and Friday, and this is probably going to be the only time I say something about this on this show. Is a guy ran in. Tried to it wasn't just supposed to be the president. It was supposed to be like he was going to try to get rid of the whole cabinet.
Yeah.
And does the job? No. But anyways, NFL. Something happened this week, Chris. Do you know what happened?
Somebody got arrested. Either DUI or domestic violence.
I mean,
possibly both.
No, that wasn't the draft. It was the Super Bowl where the owner of the Bills got arrested for sex trafficking.
Yeah. Super fun.
But the NFL draft happened this weekend.
I did see that.
This is the strange thing, okay? They had on all the sports betting places, they had Mendoza #1 draft pick of all. And you couldn't bet on it because you would have to spend $200,000 because it was like negative $2,000. You would have to spend $200,000 to make $1.
Not worth it.
Yeah. Well, the #1 draft pick wasn't. Let me make sure that this is the same day. Because Cam Ward got from Miami got first bat. He got first ranking. But I'm not seeing because the Raiders had the first draft pick, right? Unless they traded it.
So I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. I got the right. I was just making sure I had the right one because that was kind of weird that Mendoza wasn't number one. It was Cam Ward, and he's going to Miami. So Cam Ward was number one. A second one is Travis Hunter, who's going to the Jaguars. Abdul Carter's going
Are
to
you
the
sure
Giants.
you're reading the right draft here?
2025. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Man,
I was gonna say because Mendoza did go first.
yeah, Mendoza did go first.
Number 2 was David Bailey
Yeah,
from Texas Tech. Then Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame.
yeah.
Carnell Tate from Ohio State. Arvell Reese from Ohio State. Mansour Delane from LSU. Sonny Styles from Ohio State. Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. Spencer Fano from Utah. And rounding out the top 10 would be Francis. I'm not even sure how to say that. From Miami, going to New York. So yeah, Mendoza did go first.
Yeah. There were two. Let me find this out because I didn't get all the information on that. Okay, we got two special ones though. Eli Hendrick, who's going to the Steelers, and Landon Robinson, who's going to the Bengals. 7th round on both of those. You know what's special about those two?
What's that?
They are Navy Academy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Basically, they changed up the rules to where they can go to the NFL, but they still have to do the military after they get done with the NFL, which is I'm kind of tit for tat with that one because I was thinking about it. I mean, you have to serve at least 2 years after you get out of the academy. But something could happen to you in those 2 years. I mean, it's very rare, but it can happen. But I don't know what's going to happen with those guys if they're going to do the NFL for a couple of years because they will be like 30 and then it'll be an ensign still. So.
Not sure.
Yeah, there's nothing I found out on that, but
So it defers it. It's deferring their active duty service.
yeah.
So they're commissioned as reserve officers to assist with recruiting, but once they're finished with their athletic career, they still have to finish their obligation.
Yeah. But was there anyone other than Mendoza for the first round pick? This guy right here, though, I was looking at a lot of his stuff. I hope he actually does well in the NFL because we all know it's a different beast once you hit the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Even I forget who it was, but there was a guy that went to the Cleveland Browns. He was like, I'm going to the Browns, but it's an NFL. I'm a heavy duty player, and the Browns just tore this kid up. He's like, it's no joke. It is a different breed because if you think about it this way, they're picking top of the line players from college. Colleges, there's like 200, a good amount. I mean, and they're mostly picking from the big ones. Very rarely do you get like the offshoot ones. But they're picking like the best of the best of the best of the best. It's like getting drafted for Delta. because you're 1% of the
Top 1%. Top 1% of the 1%.
Yeah, you're super elite, and those guys train. They train hard.
Practically from birth.
Pretty much. But is there anybody on the draft that you actually were like, I can't believe they picked up that guy?
I wasn't paying much attention to it, to be honest with you.
I picked up like here and there. It was just, Mendoza, I saw, and that guy's a saint. Because, I mean, he's already, his mom has MS and she's in a wheelchair. And they've already, him and his brother has already given probably around close to like $1.5 million to MS charities.
Nice.
Just raising money. And they already, as like part of their, he's getting $5.3 million. And they already have it set up for like $100,000 to go to MS charities.
It's badass.
It was part of the contract. So, yeah, I seeing all his stuff. I hope the best for this guy. I hope he doesn't have the first draft pick curse on him.
You need to just make sure he doesn't get any interpreters or anything like that.
That is true. Now, I wasn't going to cover this because I wanted Johnny to cover it, but we have to cover it. Talladega had a weird 15 lap.
I did see the mix up.
Yeah,
that was a pretty gnarly furball they had.
25 car wreck, all caused by Bubba Wallace. By the way, he didn't get to finish the race.
And this time, this was him. This wasn't,
Oh yeah, I watched. We can't show you the video, but why? I watched the video, and he was okay. Let me try to do this with my hands. This is how I'm going to describe this. Okay. You have three cars. Okay. Bubba Wallace was the middle one. And he goes up and you see him weaving and wobbling a little bit. And then he's like, boom, catches the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
not just the wall though. He didn't just catch the wall.
Yeah. He caught, who was it?
I can't remember who was riding next to him, but he caught him full. Put both of them in the wall, and that started to spin around. And just once it started, because they were 3-4 wide across that turn.
Yeah.
And once one person made contact, that was it. It took almost everybody out. I think there were, what would they say? Out of that main group, there was 3 ahead of the group that got out clean, and there was like 1 or 2 behind that got out clean.
Okay, I got it up. The race was red flagged for cleanup after Bubba Wallace got turned into the race lead, igniting a huge accident. That's probably the problem. He got freaked out that he was lead. 115 laps into the 115. God damn it, Chris! 115 laps into the race and 15 laps into second stage at Talladega. Completed chaos broke out at the front of the field. Bubba Wallace was leading the race from the middle lane with Ross Christensen behind him. Christensen was struggling forward as Ryan Bragley, and Joe Logano were all connected. Wallace got hit hard from behind and slid up the track into Cole Custer. That's the guy who you're talking about. Turning Wallace into the outside wall. The cars then came back down the track, collecting most of the field from the third row on the back in a massive accident. The race was immediately red flagged for cleanup, and several cars could not drive away and had to be towed back. Yeah, some of them, dude, where like that's how they were driving.
They were mangled.
Your ass is trying to get in the front, and it was
Honestly, it's amazing that nobody got hurt.
it really is. I'm happy that nobody got hurt, but I watched that video. I was like, I gotta talk some sports stuff, and oh my lord,
Yeah, that was a
What
pretty bad one.
yeah, but I can't believe that though. I mean, how many times has Bubba Wallace even won? Bubba Wallace's winning streak. 100 race winning streak in NASCAR Cup Series by winning the 2025 Brickyard 400 in the
He
last
has- He has 3 career NASCAR Cup Series wins.
Okay.
Last one was 2025 Indianapolis.
Yeah.
That was his last win.
So, but
In Cup Series, anyways.
okay, here's another question I've been wanting to ask, and I probably need to wait until Johnny probably comes into next week. But have you heard about the YouTuber that's in NASCAR?
No. Yeah, Johnny would know more about that.
I've been watching some of his let me see here. I've been watching some of his videos because there's on all the Cletus McFarland. He just recently started NASCAR like 2 years, and he's the Xfinity in Xfinity series. He was in the Truck Series and Xfinity series, but there's a lot of people that are saying, you know, he's a horrible person for going to NASCAR and everything. Here's the thing that I really don't understand is if you're passionate about something, like say one of us in our group becomes something in one of the sports, driver, whatever we're passionate about. They always go to the, oh, he was a YouTuber, or they always try to degrade somebody because they went in they got in through a different route. Jake Paul in the WWE, which he does some phenomenal work. I won't lie.
No, he doesn't. No, I'm not rubbing his fucking nuts at all. Jake Paul needs to go back to fucking YouTube and stay there. Okay. But see, that's a good point that you bring that up though. It's because of people like him are why people disparage that though.
Yeah, but
he is such a massive piece of shit that they disparage everything. Anybody that comes from that background. So they hear content creator and immediately you're thinking either OnlyFans or pieces of shit like Jake Paul, where it's all fake. It's all fucking, he doesn't do good work. It's all fucking scripted. It's all fake. It's nothing is real.
Yeah. But Cletus has actually done some.
That's exactly it. Like there's they paint it with that broad stroke without actually looking at what his accomplishments are.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to him. Just because he came from a YouTube background, that doesn't mean that he's not worth being there. He's earned it to be there. In a situation like this, yes, he has earned it. Whereas with Jake Paul, he only finds retired fighters and then he sets up scripts beforehand to make sure that he comes out looking a certain way.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, that's not fucking competing.
Yeah. But he's not allowed in Japan for some ungodly reason either.
Yeah, unreason. You know exactly why. It's why he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see if I missed anything on the nerd sports. Got all that. Navy draft, got all that. Got the Mendoza stuff. We got that. There's one thing I wanted to get your opinion on. I watched this video, and we'll watch this video. I got it on X, and it spurred some conversation.
All these medals stolen by men from wonderful women who worked very hard for their careers. And as I sit here, I'm filled with rage. I'm angry. This has to stop. Now, women, we're naturally kind creatures, but I'm mad. This has to end. Look at all these medals. You know how many beautiful young women I've met today working hard to achieve their goals in sports? For a man to come and take that from them, it makes me incredibly mad. So you know what that means. I'm coming, baby. We're getting them out of here.
So basically they were showing the 860 medals that men had stolen from women's sports.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that I'm actually happy that they're actually coming up, because that's fucking stupid ridiculous. Because most of those men can't even.
How many of them were actually like in when they were competing as a male, they were midfield. If at best they were midfield.
Not even mid.
And then they go and become, oh, now I'm a woman, and then they just dominate, breaking and just shattering records. Like it's disgusting to see it.
The swimmer was 423rd.
Mm-hmm.
And then he decided that he was a woman. And yeah, it's his decision. Go fuck yourself. Don't care. He decided he was a woman. And then guess what? First place. Weird. And he barely made first place.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how many of them are shattering records that will never, ever, ever be broken? You've placed those records forever out of female hands and made sure that they stay. Now a man holds it.
Yeah.
And if you disagree, I don't care. That is a dude.
Yeah. But
no, absolutely, they don't belong in women's sports.
Yeah. Well, that is basically all. Do we have anything else that you can think of?
Not on my side.
Okay.
I think we could probably land this plane.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I'm David Dickerman.
I am Chris Mountain Man Jacko.
And love you guys for all that peeked in and came in and hear us halfway intelligent speaking.
Sort of.
Yeah. Love you guys. Later.
Later.